guys, and welcome to the Belong Arena Clash. We will be bringing you the top esports action across 4 titles: Overwatch, Call of Duty World War II, League of Legends, and Tekken 7. My name is Rage, and I'm joined here by Stealth.
Konnichiwa.
And this is where I tell you that we'll be bringing you the action from a different Belong Arena each week. But this week, again,
we're back in Bristol, baby. Come on.
Yeah.
So last week, Snowpocalypse hit the UK and caused all sorts of havoc. As a result, Overwatch only saw 2 matches. The featured match saw the Humbar Hunters dominate over the Craigavon Kestrels. The Colchester Centurions beat the MK Enigmas to put them top of Group A. The Hunters, top of Group B. On the account of biblical amounts of snow, there were no main Group League of Legends matches. Instead, we had a friendly between our 2 London teams, the Kingston Harriers and the London Lionhearts. London Lionhearts froze out the Harriers, and their straight 2-0 victory saw them skipping into the snow afterwards. Tekken saw the return of the Portsmouth Pirates and Tanya Ruby. In their match against the Nighthawks, it was clear the Pirates roster this year was more balanced, and their effortless victory showed the Pirates could be a contender. In Group B, Portsmouth are now tied with last season's runners-up, the York Vikings. In D, Saints won their match to place them top of the group, and Rams' victory this week sees them place second. Call of Duty was pure controversy. The Cardiff Saints dominated over the Teesside Steelers in the first best of 2, but rather than come back fighting, Teesside rage quit. Vikings continue to hold strong in Group A with solid 9 points. Portsmouth drew to Plymouth in Group C. In Group D, Cardiff Saints top this group.
So Stealth, last week it was pretty interesting, but what are you looking forward to this week?
Well, in terms of this week, I'm looking forward to some Call of Duty action. Last week was really quite disappointing with the way that it was played out, so I'm looking forward to some good sportsmanship.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So, moving on to League of Legends action. Last week the League of Legends matches were cancelled, so this week we're getting back on track.
In League of Legends this week, it was last week's scheduled match between the MK Enigmas and the Kingston Harriers. So let's get right into the action. Hitbrain made the mistake of trying to get Train this week, but we've got the next best thing, Ex-Scoundrel.
Gray's making his way up. Here comes Over Bin Laden. He's doing a lot of damage here. Worst teleport gets out. Incoming flash. He's got the red buff. He's going to try and put... Oh my word, how did that happen? He gets first blood. This doesn't look like a game that MK have felt competitive in as Dewey Zabam pushes on to Best Flash, who goes down very quickly. There's the pull onto the gangplank as well. Massive damage coming out there. Is another slam dunk opportunity. But Azama backs off as it's not quite on cooldown. Here comes Cassidin though. He's not done with this gangplank. One more hit. He stabs him. That's the wave. He's going to tank it for just a little bit, and that should be the Rift Herald taking another turret. They might even be able to get an inhibitor turret off this as Vayne rotates up. The pull-in goes through. Massive commitment. That's a huge amount of damage going on to the Vladimir, though, as the root comes through. Nice chain CC onto the Darius, but he's still managing to survive. The flash over the wall, the slam dunk onto the Zyra, and the rest of the team has already caught up. The 2v1 from Cassidin. He just needs to pick up one of these kills, and Vayne and Gangplank can do nothing but watch as he jumps in again. Huge damage. There's the Ivan shield, facilitating a low-health Catherine. And the one snipe coming out from Caitlyn does nothing but force the Vayne back onto the fountain. As he tries to go in onto Best Flash, the silence comes through. There's the damage. Wow, lots of damage onto the Cassidin. He's going to jump back onto the Cassidin. How is this action still going? How is this Cassidin still alive? He gets a double kill. He gets a triple kill onto the Gangplank. He's going for the Penta. He's moving in. The root comes through. There's the heal. There's the Quadra. Can he get the Penta? Don't deny him the Penta. It's just the Vayne. He really wants it. But she is really shy, and she's going to back off. I don't think it's going to be the Penta for Zabam. The Quadra will have to do as Kingston look to push these Nexus turrets. They are toying with their enemy at this point in time. A couple more hits onto the Nexus should do it, and that is the first game for Kingston. That's a stun onto the Jax. The root comes through. Finally a kill as Theron is able to convert, punching the Jax down. And finally, something turns up good for the MK Enigmas. Big engage here as Sion goes down again. No smite for him. Actually going to go on to the Lucian, who uses that Punisher to try and put pressure onto the Xin Zhao. The shield comes through and suddenly Xin Zhao getting absolutely kited by the Lucian, and a double kill for our bot lane Lucian on the side of the Kingston Harriers. Coming through to the mid lane, a massive mid lane stack coming out for the MK Enigmas. They look like they could be trying to engage onto the Twisted Fate. That's a stun going onto the Scion. He's taken very low, and with no flash, he is very vulnerable. There's the ult onto Twisted Fate. Can they convert? No, he flashes away, and suddenly things are looking pretty good for the side of the Kingston Harriers. The tale that we have heard so many times across this series, it goes in favour as they push on to the Lucian. The exhaust comes through for Vi, not able to convert with her ultimate because she doesn't have it available, and she goes down very, very quickly. Best Flash in the mix. He's going to get stunned up too, and suddenly Lucian is still alive. How is Lucian still alive as Worst Teleport moves in and just straight up dies? That is an incredible surviving play from Lucian, and this is a clean ace now. They have every member down as the Morgana just respawns, but she's going to get cleaned up pretty quickly here, and she doesn't manage to kite away from that binding. Finally, we have a winner, and it will be a 2-0 for the Kingston Harriers. We join Kingston Harriers in a situation where they are all but certain to win this game against the MK Enigma. We're going to look at this clip where Kingston manages to walk away with a quadra kill despite being rebutted by 4 separate members of MK Enigma, ending 10-0 after his quadra. He doesn't manage to secure the penta, but at this point in the game he was so far ahead. The way that this worked was the fact that he had so much support from the Ivern through this game that facilitated him with that shield to dive into the enemy line, and also the support from Ivern in the solo lane scenario that allowed him to dominate in this mid lane versus the Vladimir. When a Kingston gets this far ahead, there is very little you can do to stop him diving you on the backline, and Zabam really made it work for him.
So because of last week's snowstorm from hell, the tables for League of Legends are spicy. Group A, Portsmouth Pirates and the Nottingham Owl are fighting for the top spot. Pirates, however, have a game in hand. Smugglers sit on third. The Nighthawks and the Guardians are both bottom of the table with only losses between them. In Group B, the Saints and the Centurions are tied at the top of the table with 9 points each. The Rams have 3 points and the Krebs and Kestrels have 1 point each. In Group C, the London Lionhearts top the group with 6 points. The Steelers and the Harriers have 3 points each, and the MK Enigmas are bottom of the group. And finally, in Group D, the Hunters and Claymores top the group with 6 points each, and the Vikings and the Armada have nada.
And now's a part of the show where Rage talks to the players. Last time we were here, we spoke to Ches from the League of Legends team. This time, we're talking to all 3 players from Tekken 7.
Thanks, Delph. So I'm here with the 3 Tekken 7 players, and the interesting thing about these guys, you didn't know each other last season, did you? You played 1 season together, and all of a sudden you're like best friends, right? Why do you think that is? Is that because of Tekken 7?
I think we just got on really well, and obviously we're all massive nerds, just love Tekken, so yeah.
Definitely. So Tekken brought you guys to love together.
Yeah.
How do you feel about pro players coming into the arena clash?
I think you guys agree as well. Like the main reason we come to play here is just to play good players and get better at Tekken. So me personally, I'm glad pro players are in it, because if I can play someone who's on a professional level, then it's just leveling up my game as well.
Cool. So Colchester and Kingston are in both your groups, and they're tough competition because you guys lost to Colchester, right? But I hear you've been training like crazy. Do you think you're going to bring that into play when you play against Kingston?
Hopefully. Well, there's a lot more to do in London, so Kingston shouldn't be too bad. There's probably to do in Colchester apart from play Tekken, so
Yeah?
that's why they won in it. But, you know.
Cool. So what got you guys into Tekken 7? or just gaming in general when you were younger?
Reality sucks, man, so games are fun, you know?
Escapism.
Escapism, basically.
Yeah. Any advice to any gamer that's wanting to come into a Belong and wanting to try out for either the Arena Clash or just wanting to come in and play video games? Any advice for those guys?
Come down Mondays, 6 till 9. We'll be here. The staff are here. They're good guys. There's a few other people here that are good guys. They're not as good. They didn't make it onto the A team, but you know, good guys nonetheless. You know, we'll have some fun, play some Tekken. You might get smoked a little bit, but it's all part of the fun, innit? You know?
Brilliant.
You know?
And anyone that might want to try out for the Tekken 7 Arena Clash team next season, any advice for those guys?
Good luck, innit? Yeah. Really? Don't get smoked, innit? Because we will rub it in your face.
Brilliant. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me in this interview. Good luck for the rest of the season.
There is just one group playing this week in Tekken, and that is Group C.
Our featured match from this group is Kingston versus Bristol. Let's join Eternal Dragon in match number 2. Bristol's Echo Boys is up against Kingston's Lethal HT.
Oh, it gets counter hit on the low. This is going to be running power bomb. Yes, it is. Right, what's the mix-up from there? Just backs off and goes for the tombstone, and that is it. Nice mix-up there from Echo Boys. Goes for the unblockable and gets hit with the rocket fist. Wow, you don't see that often. Echo Boys just tentatively just trying to space, but it just gets caught from the second hit of Elise's hop kick. Goes for the low there. Now another hop kick again. Gets caught pressing buttons. Excellent combo there. He's come back from losing that first round pretty convincingly and just goes for the hop kick again. Elise has very good wall carry there and blocks the low again. Now what can you make of it? Goes for the Shining Wizard. Now what's the mix up there? Goes to the Jaguar Spin and into the unblockable. You have to either hit him out the air or sidestep enough because that is unblockable and it does catches a lot of sidestepping moves. Eco Boys is in the lead now. 2-2. Goes to the Rage Up. Will he duck this? He does, and he stands up at the right moment. And excellent 3-2.
Round robin number 1 went Kingston's way. Round robin 2 was just as knife edge. We join in match number 4.
Oh, he's done it. I really like that. No one really has the balls to do unblockable in the middle of a tournament match, so I really like that. There you go, just plus frame. There you go. Baited the whiff there. Excellent work. Working on a perfect. Plus frames again. There you go. That's the use of it. Good pressure, though, from Lethal HT. He's still in it. He's still in it. If he could just get around, there he goes. He's got the launch. He's going to take it to the wall. Goes for... No, goes... I thought we might go for a throw there. We haven't seen much throws. Doesn't need it. Got around on the board. Goes low. Gets hit for counter hit now. Is he going to see a rage up? He's going to punish that. Both in rage. This will hit. Excellent. The spacing was just off. Unfortunately, Azul did go for just safe pressure, but the distance was off. 2-2 now. Gets him to float out the air. Plus frames. Goes for the low again. He's not picking up that tendency from Azul, though. Full combo. Does he get... Oh, it doesn't get the shoulder there, but he's still got a major life lead. And there you go. It gets caught. Count, hit, but back against the wall now. Now, can Lethal make the most of this pressure? He's got rage. That will do it. But no, he misses the follow-up there. Oh, wow. Is this going to be it? One more hit. And what a comeback from Lethal HC. Wow. Azul was going to be kicking himself because of that.
Round number 8, and it's still anyone's game.
You can see how anxious they are, and there we go, first strike. Nice follow-up. Go for the wall throw. This is going to be a lot of damage there. Echo Boy's going to have to get his back away from the wall. He's going to have to start moving. Throw, there you go, first throw. This match, Russian leg sweep. Goes for the Jaguar spin. Went to punish, but he didn't commit. The first hit actually reached, but he didn't go for the second one. Goes for the throw, yeah. Nice. Breaks the Shining Wizard at 1 round each. Nice block. He knows the string. You're going to have to be careful of doing the long strings of King because you're playing another King player. Perfect duck and punish there from Pest Charlie. Wall throw. Throws him against it. Goes for the ground throw. Excellent. Nice 1-2 on the wall juggle. Takes it to the ground. Goes for the wall throw and forces a mix up. Goes for an unblockable Burning Hammer. Nice throw break though. Echo Boys is still it. He's got rage. He needs to try and make use of the rage rise sometimes, even if it's the plus frames. Breaks the spinning DDT, goes for the Jaguar step. Is he going to break the throw? Oh, and he breaks it. King has a lot of variations to go off of that as well. He has a lot of roots and a lot of chains. 2 rounds up to Pest Charlie now. Oh, doesn't block the low. This is going to be a running power bomb. Now mix up potential for Echo Boys, just backs off. Maybe waiting for something to whiff there. Plus frames, just back away. They both know. And he gets caught now. This is going to be a running power bomb. 2-2, man. We have a wrestling match on our hands. And it's a perfect as well. Final round. Gets caught floating. Plus frames. He had the advantage where he just backed away. Just unfortunately whiffed there. Goes for the yet Shining Wizard. We've seen him do a lot. While standing move. Go for the Shining Wizard. Plus frames again. And he goes for the pile driver. Excellent. This takes a lot of damage. Nice side roll from Pest Charlie though. Goes to the ground throw. Yep. No, doesn't break it. If you don't tech and roll back after that move, you will eat a guaranteed ground throw. And Pest Charlie just whiffed that, and Echo Boys takes that 3-2. Right, so my player of the game has to be this unblockable from Lethal HT. Just look at that. It's so bold to do that at the start of a round, do an unblockable. They're very slow, very punishable, and to do that and to get the full combo is excellent. So that is my player of the game.
Commiserations to the Smugglers who lost out in match 9. Kingston and Colchester are now tied top of Group C.
And now on to Call of Duty. Last week was quite dramatic. Let's see what this week has in store for us.
Call of Duty was a casualty of snow last week, so this week we're showing the postponed London Lionhearts vs Clyde Claymores game. Chris Delph will be your caster.
Smiler has made a triumphant comeback and will be stepping in to fill his position once again. And as we do see immediately, he's able to pick up 1 kill from inside the hill. Pushes the guy inside of Beer, destroys Owen. Tiger will be the one just outside of train to spot anyone rotating through. Picks up 1. He knows there's another shot coming in, goes for the challenge with the bar, goes for the challenge, gets the kill now. That will be Matt that falls, but there's another just to his left. That will be Kaizen. He's not aware that he is there. Will now, because the shots have been fired, Tiger shuts him down. Bots 2 outside the window. Managed. Oh, Tiger wants to very not get the kill. There, finds the first. Second will fall to Smiler. Scravez, though, takes the trade. DJ Yoshi's going for the aggression, picks up 1. Sees the second out the back. Pre-fires and picks him up. London Lionhearts are really on the back foot here. They need to make the play of the century to come back into this, because as it stands, the Clyde Claymores are really putting on a show. Shots from Tiger, who's locking down the spawns beautifully once again. Gets challenged. Oh, drop shots onto him with the machine pistol. That was filthy.
Claymores exploded all over the Lionhearts in the first hard point, but could the Lionhearts turn things round in search and destroy?
Bomb has been planted at A. They're in a good position. I really do find it interesting that he is using a combat shotty on this map, because this is the one with the longest line of sights. Gezi left in a 1 versus 2 with bomb being planted. Sees 1 inside of Ice Tunnel, gets the first. Sees the second poking his head out towards him, and oh, that will be the time that the combat shot he plays a big part. But Gezi left in a 1 versus 2. Bomb has been planted. 13 seconds remaining. He's going to find his time. Few shots have come down. Oh no! Good night, Irene. Matt turns and burns onto Gezi and destroys him with the shotty. Smiler using the fighter pilot, able to take down 1 player. Now will be Owen that will fall. Now it's Kaizen and Scravez left alone. Make that just Scravez left alone in a 1 versus 4. This could be game, set, and match. He does take a few shots from behind and does get challenged, and there we have it. Claymores will win the first best of 3.
Things were a little close in Search and Destroy, but Clyde still seemed to be the far stronger team.
Smiler now has to push out the back to try and lock down the spawns for his squad, and is able to do so. Pushes straight away through the back of front, and again picks up another kill. Shots have been fired on the side. He rotates through and picks up the kill using the machine pistol. Smiler is on an absolute mission right now. Unfortunately for him, he tries to push around the side and does get taken down by Scravez's nade. Hop on board with that man, Gezi. He's picked up 2, gets off 3rd as well. He's going to see a 4th just ahead of him inside of bunker. Gets a few shots off, gets the kill. Does get challenged by 2nd, goes out, catches himself. Unfortunately will fall. DJ Yosef now inside of hill. Decides to pop his fighter pilot. Picks up 2 easy kills for himself. 207 to 21. As it stands, there's no way that the opposition can get anywhere near to the hill when the streaks are coming in. The Clyde Claymores will put in an absolutely fantastic performance in this respawn.
By the second Search and Destroy, things look a little bleak for London.
Kaizen is rocking the combat shotty. He's surely going to have to push through mid-building with that, because there's no other reasoning for it. Toss the stun through, has connected. He might want to get aggressive, but Gezi will pick up the first blood, taking down Owen. Nade has come through. Oh, you hate to see it. Scravez has taken down his own teammate. Scravez has pushed his way up. DJ Yosis is able to pick down 1, but Matt left alone. He's able to take down 2 inside of court. You love to see that, but now he's just left in a 1 versus 1. Playing it passively. Doesn't want to give too much away. Let's hop on board with that man. Playing it slow. Has spotted him. Does get the shot away and manages to take his legs clean out. The London Lionhearts have it all to do. Down 5 rounds to 1. They need to win. 5 on the bounce, and it's not a good start for them. It's down to Kaizen. Bomb has been planted. He has only 13 seconds to get over to the B-bomb site, clean out all 4 players within close proximity, and get the defuse. Now, only 4. 3, 2, 1. That is a GG in the chat. The Clyde Claymores will win this second best of 3, 2-0. So I want to do something a little bit different for you guys this week. I want to tell you on ways to improve, and that one for this week is rotations in hardpoint. Rotations are key for locking down hardpoint as a map and game mode, due to the fact that it gives you an anchor point to build off of for the next hardpoint. It allows you to spawn close so that you're able to push out a lot sooner and lock down the points easier. Rotations are absolutely vital, and do these around 15 seconds of the last hardpoint in order to succeed going forward.
Because of the Snowmageddon, there have been a lot of catch-up in action in Call of Duty this week. Group A, Bradford are now second in the group, but York Vikings top the group with the game still in hand. Group B, Teesside top this group, with Claymores second, Lionhearts third, and the Hunters and the Nighthawks joint last. Group C, Pirates and Armada top the group with 4 points each, Smugglers are on 3 points, and Centurions are the bottom of the group with no points. Group D, Carter Saints top this group, Kestrels come in second, Teesside Steelers third, and Bristol Cribs are fourth. Oi!
What?
This is no time for standing around.
What's with the stupid voice?
Tracer here.
It's time for Overwatch.
Tonight's Overwatch match is rescheduled from last week. It's the Clyde Claymores versus the Teesside Steelers. John Allen is your caster, so turn it up.
They're starting to contest this first push coming through. See how successful they can be. They've already got the DMEC and onto the Mini Diva. They're starting to find a little bit of pain coming out from Lithium. He's sat down. There goes a Graviton Surge from Wilbo. They're not able to quite capitalize just yet. But here comes the Farah. Has the Rocket Barrage available. 1, 2, go through. Finally, it's shut down by the Soldier, but they're on the point. They can contest this. They're holding it down. They have people respawning. The Diva gets demeched, and they're pushing back on out. Elroy taken down, but they've given their team time enough to respond. Not quite enough to get onto the point, though. Zenith capitalizing now, dropping down, pushing onto the point. They're trading the healers back. The self-destruct sequence finds 1 kill as well, but here goes the Dragon Blade, and it's going to be a big one here as he's taking down the Diva mech as well as the Zenyatta on the side. Diva mech goes down. Mini Diva now out and on the point. They're playing up forwards, but they have still got the Junkrat on the point to contend with. They're not going for the left-hand side. Instead, they're going for the right. They're going over the top. Lithium will be waiting in the wings. There goes... Ooh, Zenith, though, on the Genji is starting to dash through, already taking down one of the supports, trapped out on the point, but no one's there to do the DPS, and the Moira Coalescence coming through, just keeping all of the attacking forces nice and healthy. Self-destruct sequence, able to shred through, create the zone that they need, and they've just absolutely wiped the defenses. Claymores only have 47 seconds now to push on through. There's a lot of ultimates coming through. There goes the Riptire. They're trying to go for the push. Immediately, they've taken down Wilbo, but Lithium has Rocket Barrage available. They're going to push out into a devastating ult. There Farah goes, and that is going to be absolutely massive for the hold. There goes the Diva trying to push on forwards as well, but is it going to be enough? They're just getting dismantled. There's no way that they can push on through, and they're out of people to go for the point. That is a hold on the second point for the Teesside Steelers. They're pushing on through. The Pulse Bomb comes out. Will take down the Reinhardt. They need to continue if they want to try and push down. The ultimates are left and right, and they're wiped straight off the face of the map. Temple of Anubis being claimed now by the Teesside Steelers. The contest coming through, and there's nothing that the Claymores can do. A beautifully coordinated take on the second point, and the Steelers steal it. The Dragon Blade is available, the Pulse Bombs as well. There's a whole host of ultimates. That is going to be the Dragon Blade to go through. Lucio goes down, but it's shut out by Lewisham on that Junkrat. He's going to respond with a Riptire of his own. Who's he going to find? He's looking for someone, and it's going to be Moira, but they're trading it back and forth. Pulse Bomb, 8 by the Diva Defense Matrix. And that will be a massively impactful ultimate gone down, but there's Lithium's ult. Will take down the Mini Diva, but the self-destruct sequence will find the double as well to back it on up. And it's going to be Zenith dashing straight on through. Will get the retribution. Raining hell from above. The mech goes down, and they're holding this one strong. Dragon Blade yet again available. Oh, death from above yet again as Zenith drops on down and claims the kill. First round going really quite easily there to the Teesside Steelers. That's going to allow them the opening. He's on the backline. He gets stunned, but the Dragon Blade's already out. He's going to take down the McCree, followed quickly by the Zenyatta, and that is absolutely devastating. The team is just melted straight on through. If you can't shut down the Zenith, he will destroy you. It's just a matter of time, I think, before the Teesside Steelers are able to close it down. The mech goes down, so does the Mini Diva, and the overtime goes to the bottom. So the Teesside Steelers will take it away in a 2-0 play of the game from Zenith This is going to be my MVP Zenith on the Genji. He's been absolutely brilliant this week. You see, he has the positioning, he has the coordination, he's accurate with his dashes, he's accurate with his Dragon Blade wipes, and he's able to get the job done.
Overwatch was another victim of the Great British Freeze-Off, and as a result, the groups were quite colourful. Group A, Colchester Centurions topped this group. Group B, Portsmouth continued their quest for glory and topped this group with 9 points. In Group C, Teesside and the Hunters are top of the group. Claymores and Kettles joined bottom. And in Group D, the Harriers and Swarm are joint top of this group with 6 points each, and Nighthawks and Rams have no points between them.
So that's it this week. Next week, we won't be in Bristol.
Ah,
We'll be heading to Essex to visit the Centurions. But don't forget to check out our website to find out where your local arena is, what events are taking place, and even how to get involved in the Arena Clash. You, yes you, could be taking part in next season. Well, Chris, thanks for being here.
thanks for the dead arm.
No problem. You're welcome. So it's goodbye from him,
And a goodbye from her.
and we'll see you all next week.